This is the portfolio rubric guidance for KOA A2. Add and subtract within 10 to solve contextual problems using objects or drawings to represent the problem. For this standard, the teacher is assessing the student's ability to add and subtract to solve contextual problems. You'll be using 4 different kindergarten problem types. When adding, the sum should be more than the number 5. A subtraction sentence consists of 3 numbers: the minuend, the subtrahend, and the difference. The minuend is the first number in a subtraction sentence. We subtract subtrahend from the minuend to get a difference. When you are doing subtraction problems, the minuend must be more than the number 5. Teachers present students with a one-step addition or subtraction contextual problem using the numbers more than 5 but within 10 for the following problem types. These are the 4 kindergarten problem types: add to, result unknown; take from, result unknown; put together, take apart, total unknown; and put together, take apart, add in unknown. In the suggested task, you will see ways you could assess this standard. For example, you could use the problem types that are found in the appendix table 1 in your rubric guidebook. This table provides you with examples of problem types. Do not use the numbers that are in the examples for the problem types. Teachers adjust those numbers to align to your standard, keeping in mind that the sum should be more than 5 but within 10 when doing addition problems, and the minuend must be more than 5 but within 10 for subtraction problems. Teachers can also create their own contextual problems as long as they align to each of the 4 problem types. Teachers read the problem and the student solves the problem. Students can solve the problems using objects and answer orally, or the teacher can provide the student with paper and the student answers those problems using drawings. The student can answer orally, or they can write numbers to solve the problems on their paper. Once students have mastered the kindergarten standard, teachers can move into assessing the first grade standard. The first grade standard is aligned to 1OA-A1. This is assessing the student's ability to add and subtract contextual problems using the 4 different first grade problem types. When doing addition problems, the sum should be more than 10. Again, a subtraction sentence consists of 3 numbers: a minuend, a subtrahend, and the difference. The minuend is the first number in the subtraction sentence. When doing subtraction sentences, make sure the minuend is more than 10 for the first grade problem types, but within 20. The teacher will present the student with one-step addition and subtraction problems using numbers within 20 but more than 10 for the following first grade problem types: add to, change unknown; take from, change unknown; put together, take apart, both add-ins unknown; compare, and the difference unknown. Again, in the first grade standard, just like the kindergarten standard, the teacher can read the problem. In the first grade, the teacher can also set up an equation on this sheet of paper for the student. An example would be blank plus blank equals blank. Teachers do not write the numbers for the equation, just the blanks, and set up the equation. Students can solve the problems using objects or drawings on paper. They could also write numbers if they don't need to use objects or drawings. In the suggested task, you will see that, again, you can use those problem types that are found in the appendix table 1 in your rubric guidebook. But just like the kindergarten standard, the teachers must adjust the numbers. The numbers are not aligned to the standard. The table provides examples of problem types. Teachers can also create their own contextual problems, again, as long as they align to each of the 4 problem types. The required method of evidence for the kindergarten standard is a video recording of the task. If the student is using objects, and answering orally. If the student uses paper and uses drawings and answers by writing numbers, you do not have to use a video recording. For the first grade standard, it is a writing product. If a student has mastered the kindergarten standard and you have moved to the first grade problem types, if the student has mastered any of those levels, 5, 6, or 7, you only need to upload evidence for those first grade problem types. You do not have to upload evidence that they mastered the kindergarten types. Once you have your evidence, it is time to score the work. When students are presented with all 4 kindergarten problem types and the student is not able to answer any of the problem types correctly, that is a level 0 score. When they are presented with all 4 kindergarten problem types and a student can accurately solve one of the problem types, that is the score of a level 1. If the student accurately solves 2 of the problem types, that is the score of a level 2. If the student is able to solve 3 of the problem types, that is the score of a level 3. If the student is presented with all the 4 problem types and they accurately solve all 4, that is the score of a level 4. Once students have mastered all of the kindergarten problem types and you begin assessing the first grade problem types, if the student is presented with all 4 first grade problem types and can accurately solve 1 or 2 and complete the equation accurately, that is the score of a level 5. When presented with all 4 first grade problem types, if the student can accurately solve 3 of the problem types and complete the equation accurately, that is the score of a level 6. When presented with all the 4 first grade problem types and the student accurately solves all 4 of them and accurately completes the equation, that is the score of a level 7.